Hello. I know it's not Thursday, but I'm going to bake anyway because I am collecting quite a collection of zucchinis and summer squashes because of my CSA, which is Community Supported Agriculture. You've heard me talk about that before. And zucchini. Because not only am I getting it from my CSA, but I'm growing it in my own backyard. So I've given tons away and now I'm baking with it. So anyway, behind me in my mixer, I have 1 stick of room temperature unsalted butter, okay? In this bowl, I have already sifted together 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a ½ teaspoon of baking powder, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. And that's sifted together in a separate bowl. Dry ingredients, okay? In this bowl, I have already beaten 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, okay? On this plate and in this measuring cup is 1 cup of grated summer squash. That's the yellow kind, okay? Just grated regular on the regular grate, not the super small one, okay? Awesome. The recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar, but I always try to cut down on sugar whenever possible. So in this cup is only 3/4 cup of organic sugar, because you know that I always cook with organic whenever I can. It also calls for a ½ cup of brown sugar, but I have a 1/3 cup firmly packed of dark brown sugar right here. Again, cutting down on the sweet. I have 2 medium ripe mashed bananas in this bag right here, where when ready, we're going to snip off the little triangular tip and squeeze this in and incorporate that. And as an optional addition, you can always add chopped nuts. I don't care for that, so I'm not going to. However, in this plate, I do have a ½ cup of larger chocolate chips. I don't know why they come so large, but they do, which is why I'm only adding, I think I added, let's see, yes, only a ½ cup. And if you notice, there's flour in circulating it, because under normal circumstances, when they're normal size, so hopefully it'll work for this size, if you toss them in flour, they won't sink to the bottom. So that helps your chocolate chips kind of stay evenly distributed. And 1 loaf pan, greased and floured. My oven is already preheated to 350 degrees, okay? So, in the mixer, okay, is that butter that we were talking about. And now I'm going to cream together the butter and the sugars. Just like that. Letting that get happy right there. All right, turn it down while adding things. This is your 2 eggs with vanilla. Okay. Smells good already. All right, we're going to snip this little corner right here and add the banana. This is squash bread, by the way, not zucchini bread, however you can make that. But it is squash bread. Just needed something to do with all the squash that I've been collecting. Alright, we're adding that cup of squash right there, and now I'm turning down the mixer so that this doesn't go flying all over the place. And I'm going to slowly add the flour, okay? Alright, just till incorporated. Okay, I'm just going to stop at once to scrape down the sides. Okay, give a little turn. Awesome. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm adding the chocolate chips and I'm just going to fold them in for incorporation. Making sure that that little bit of sprinkling of flour gets, you know, mixed in too. You don't want to have that, unincorporated. Okay, and there we have it. And now I'm going to just pour it into the loaf pan. These can be made into muffins rather than a loaf. But here in this house, loaves just keep better than muffins. Okay, there we go. Smooth it out. All right, smooth that out. I will show you what that looks like. Smooth it out so that it looks like that, but still kind of earthy. I don't think it can look any other way but earthy. And I'm going to put it in the oven. Preheated oven, 350. I'm going to start with 35 minutes. See how it looks. Add more time if it needs it, and then test it to see if the insertion comes out clean, and then take it out of the oven. But I'm going to set the timer right now for 35 minutes, and we will go from there. All right? Okay, so 35 minutes has gone by, and I'm just going to check. Okay, and I can see that I definitely have to set it for longer. So I'm going to set it for another 10 minutes and let it go, and we'll see from there. All right? Okay, 10 more minutes. That makes it 45. And it's looking closer to done. I'm going to test it with the sharp knife. Definitely not done. So I'm going to set the timer for another 10, making it 55 minutes. Remember, it was a very thick batter when I put it as a very dense, you know, quick bread. And so it's going to take a little bit longer to bake. So anyway, in 10 minutes, we'll test it again. Okay. It actually took 75 minutes, and I'll tell you why. Because we did not strain the moisture out of the squash. So I have a feeling that if you let the squash drain a little bit after grating it, it will cut down on baking time, okay? But anyway, this is how it looks. See how the chocolate chips stayed evenly dispersed in the batter? Wonderful. And I already cut a piece right here, the end piece. It was a little bit tough, the end piece is, because of how long it baked, but it sure smells really good. So let's taste it. It smells very banana-y but clean, you know. Can you hear my movie in the background? Miami Vice. I am a forever 80s woman, so I always have something on for background noise. Anyway. Very hot. Very good indeed. This will be awesome for finicky children who won't eat vegetables, finicky spouses like mine who won't eat certain vegetables. And the chocolate chips just makes it extra special. So anyway, I want to thank everybody who watches my videos and who subscribes. And this was squash bread. Something to do with that extra squash you're accumulating, if any. And until next time, enjoy, and I'll see you later.